welcome along and welcome back to This Is Ireland. Today, well, it's a bit of a calm before the storm. We are on the last day of summer, sorry, and yeah, we need to basically get everything ready for our harvest. So what we're going to be doing today is we need to clean out the sheep because they need some work. We're going to need to ride our horses, so we'll be doing a little bit of that. Because as I've discovered, well, I don't know what we're going to do with the horses. The horses, I've discovered, lose us money every day. So we end up spending 1,800 on the horses. And we end up with a profit from them of 1,300. So we're going to have a long, hard rethink. I think we're definitely going to have to disable the horse helper mod. I think we may have to reduce our number of horses, and we may have to start riding and doing them ourselves. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be having a look at our animals mainly as we prepare for the harvest. If we can get this out of the way, the harvest is going to be a fairly busy time for us. If we have a look at the map quickly, actually, before we get into this, and have a look here. We've got lots of fields, so there are several fields that we can see that have crops in that are harvestable. Now, 24 and 17 are not going to be fields we can harvest. We own 33, 34, and 41. So, we're looking at really 36 and 6 seem to be two fields that will be available. Same for 21, 29... 29 looks like it might be as well. Yeah, 29 is still growing, but that should be available later on. So hopefully we should get contracts on those and we'll be able to do harvest around the map in all of those. We may try and pick up another field later on as well, but I don't think it'll be one during this harvest. We still have 194,000 left in our kitty. So yeah, if I can avoid doing that, if I can avoid having to, if I can avoid doing contracts and can get my own fields instead, I'd be very happy with that. What I'd like to do is after the harvest, see if we can buy another field, see if we can increase the size of our farm. But at the moment, we're doing quite well. I'm quite happy where everything is. So that is our sheep sorted out as far as cleanliness goes. Feed-wise, they should be good. They've got half a thing of hay and grass, but they can feed. We've sorted out, there we go. That is the cleanliness sorted out. Horses, here we go. Let's have a look at these horses before we go any further into this. So 219 for Childs, 244 for Bayley, 203 for Galcomp, 327 for Jeremy, 30 for Legge, and 46 for Jørgen. So what we're going to do is we're going to go try and see if we can boost the amount of money we get from those bottom two horses. We're going to do a bit of riding, so there's going to be a fair amount of riding on here today. And just we're going to see what the difference is on the horses. And as I say, we're going to get rid of that £300 per horse cost that we currently have. So I'm going to go and put this back, and I think we'll jump in the landy to sort this out. I don't think our horses need any cleanliness stuff at all. Let's just check that before we get into this. So no, they could do some oats, and oats will eventually boost this, but yeah, it's there's nothing else we need to take down there at the moment. Sheep, as expected, haven't generated any extra wool, so that's not an issue at all. It is only springtime, I think, we get the wool from the sheep now with seasons. So we will drop this here and turn it off and tab over, pick up our landy, and let's go and have a look at these horses. Now, one of the other things we can do with the horses, we can get at them from this direction here and head down here. And you can see our crops are really, really close. Despite the fact they look ready to harvest, they're not. They are in the final stage of growth. But yeah, that's a nice big field of canola we have there. hopefully that's going to be a big amount. What we're actually going to do with our crops, we are going to put our crops into the silo. Sale time straight after harvest is not good, but we want to try and do it at the height, try and do it at the best point we can. We can see lots of fields that don't have that aren't available for contracts by the fact that they have no stuff in them, that they've grown no crops. So yeah, there's a few fields around us that should be ripe for us to buy for our second year. But we're going to park this over here and have a look at our horses. So the two that we said that we need to ride and need to do some stuff on are Jørgen and Legge. So we've got these two here, yeah. So that one and that one. Now, I need to be careful because we do have another one with socks, which is this one. So there is, so Bayley and Jørgen are the same. So we want to grab, we want to make sure we get the right one. We know this one first is a good horse to jump on. So we are going to ride this. Its fitness, its health is at 68, and that's why we're failing at the moment. So we're going to give it a ride. We're going to give it a clean, and then we'll see where that leaves us. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit once we've got this horse ridden. So we're 96% done now, and yeah, it seems to be doing well. Health is, as I said, is at 68%. So that, I think, is the real issue that we have. But completely not clean. So we're going to get him back to the field and get him washed down. But it's yeah, it's been pretty good. It's worked well. 104% riding. Wait, let's not hit a tree. That was close. Yeah. Riding is a little bit imprecise. It's the only thing I will say. And I'm not using my wheel to do the riding either. We'll just sort of trot back over here. There we go. And if you get off the horse in the box here, it returns to the field. Perfect. So that horse is now ridden. Now that is what the horse helper does. It's having a feed over here. We're going to give it a quick clean down. Clean it down. I think that's got it. No, almost. Getting the horses clean. Making sure the horses are clean is the important bit that we need to do there. That will help the health. So let's check this horse now. And so the difference we have with riding a horse, having it fully cleaned, £519. Now, I imagine that was a horse that was at £40. Yeah, along with Jørgen here. So this is why we need to do this ourselves. All of our horses have 68% health. So we want to make sure that we get as much money off these as possible. So what I'm going to do is do this. Go into here, and I'm going to turn off the horse helper, which is £300 per day. Quit out of there. And back out of there. So now we need to make sure that we ride all of these horses. So we've got two with the socks. I want to make sure I grab the right one. That is this one here, Jørgen. So let's see which one we have here. So we currently got Bayley, so we want to leave Bayley. This is the one we want, I think. Yeah, here we go. So I'm going to ride all the horses. I'm going to get them all done. And then we'll be back. And once I've done that, we'll see how much all of our horses are going to make. Reminder, this one was £46 before we started riding it. We're out riding our last horse now, and we're heading down to the pig farm here. I'm going to try and jump the hedge if it's not too high. Oh, it might be. No, we're okay. We're good. And it's quite interesting. It's made quite a big difference actually to our horses. Far more than I realised. We are. I mean, this is our last horse. This is the one that should earn the most money, which is why I've left it to the last. And as you can see, we've got a daily riding of 80% on it, up to 82. But all of our horses are now exceeding the money that we've previously earned for horses, and by a long way as well. I'm very much come to the conclusion that having horses in seasons, you can't use the horse helper. The horse helper doesn't do everything you need it to in order to maximize the amount of money you'll get from the horses, which I know a few people have said, but it's interesting to actually see it in practice. So we're 93% at the moment, and it's just I'm just sort of trotting around here trying to sort of get the last little bit up. We've got like 10 seconds left. So we'll do a bit of forward and back here just to finish off the riding. Now, all the horses, one of the things I did here previously, there we go. So we'll stop this horse and jump off. One thing I had previously heard about the horses in seasons is that they take different times of riding to get the most out of them. Not really true. All the horses have taken 5 minutes each. And have all sort of done in that time. All have had a day's worth of riding in that time. If we have a look at them though, the difference this makes now that we've ridden them all and we've cleaned them all is massive. So here are all our horses. I think the horse helper only rides them because look at these prices now. 585, 647, 533, 865. 519 and 653. The horses now are going to bring us in a sizable amount, about, well, over, I'd say 4,000 to 5,000 pounds, I would guess. Let's just do a quick check. So that is about 1,000. Okay, so maybe about 3,000 looking at this, but still that is a massive amount of 6 horses. In fact, no, they're all over 500, so yeah, I'm going to change that to 4,000. We'll say 4,000. I'm intrigued to see how that affects things, but yeah, so it has made a massive difference to have gone through and ridden all of our horses today. I think it's been worth it. It's massively been worth it. It has taken up a large chunk of my time, though. So what we do with the horses going forward with seasons, I'm not sure. The horse helper definitely is something that is to the detriment. But I don't know if it's worth having the horse helper on and doing some riding with some of them, and maybe making sure that we clean them all each day. So come round and cleaning them, and then getting the horse helper to do some of the riding, which is the time-consuming stuff. But I'm rather pleased with how this has gone. We are going to make a nice bit of money from the horses today, and that should do us really well. Now, one thing I do want to cover before we finish, and I'm going to transport down there and then transport back to here, is down here at the biogas plant. Here we go. Visit that. We have forgotten about this. We have covered here a silo of fermenting silage. So we have this to sell. I can't tell at the moment how much we have here. It's not telling me, but yeah, we have a decent amount of fermenting silage. So at some point, once we've got the harvest done, I think we're going to sell this and bring in some money, but that should bring in a nice amount of money for us. So I head back to our stables. There we go, like so. Yeah, that is where we're going to end it today. I think it is 7:20 in game. I would sell that silage, but it's getting fairly late in game. We're going to be losing the light soon. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.